Hey everybody, this is spath. It's the 25th of April, coming from Positive Poker Insiders to you on JaoPoker. And let's go to the tables here. I'm going to sit in and let's see where the blinds are. I'll wait for the big blind to come around. This is a 25 cent, 50 cent table. As you can see at the top of the stream, above here, you can see that TAM Win, that's NGUYEN, is the affiliate member here. You just go to http://jaopoker.com, HTML5, use the referral code WINPOKER, get in the membership group, and there's a $500 free roll every Thursday night at 10 p.m. Excuse me. Hope to see you there. Congrats to your PPI posse who won last week. Let's see, today is the 25th, so that would be the 20th. They won on the 20th of April. Second place for $80. That's not a bad investment for a free. It is a free roll. You'll notice at the bottom right hand side of the screen here on the video broadcast, we do broadcast and stream from Positive Poker Insiders all the time. If you like the overlay and would like one made, you can contact Posse. That's Ryan Posdick. You can see his email address right there. If you want lessons, you can contact me, alspath at alspath.com or alspathpd@gmail.com. Tell your friends about JaoPoker. Insist that they use WinPoker as their referral code, and let's build the site up. Easy deposit and withdrawal. Same day, really fast, really quick. All you have to do is click on the cashier. You'll see your payment method, how you do it. I have to just add some money to the table here. I didn't realize I sat with such little money. So let's sit with the $70. And we're going to wait a couple more hands to go. You'll notice over here on the screen that we've got a place for donations. If anybody wants to donate towards our stream on Positive Poker Insiders, we do appreciate it. It could be $1, it could be $5, it could be anything you want. We appreciate that so very much. We have recent followers and we have a number of viewers when we go live. When we aren't live, we also will broadcast Smart Steady Poker and also the odds and outs with Mark Curry. Guy Matsasaki is really doing some podcasts over on Smart Poker Study, so we'd love to put those up on our stream when we're not streaming. If there's anybody else out there that wants to do that, contact me. Also, if there's anybody else out there that would like a little advertising, down in the bottom right hand corner you can see that the pictures change every 10 seconds. We will put you in there for a very modest price. You'll be on all the videos. They'll go up into the video library. A lot of people will see. There's over 500 subscribers to my video channel with over 37,000 views. So if you want to get the word out, that's where you do it. I've been told that JaoPoker is hosting a free roll today. Not so sure I know anything about that, but go to the site and look into the lobby. I'm going to bring up a screen real fast and see if it doesn't overlay on my... There's also, like I say, a free roll at 12 noon today that we're going to stream Positive Poker Insiders, and that'll be Posse, PPI Posse, Ryan Postic will probably be streaming that today. Okay, I waited long enough to play now, so hopefully we've attracted one more player to the table. Red Robin sit down, so that's good. Guys, got any questions about JaoPoker? Just go on Facebook, Tam Win, that's NGUYEN, and just message him and ask him. He'd be glad to get back to you, set you up as an affiliate. If you want to start earning some rake back, making some money here as a side income, a stream, go ahead. If you want to stream JaoPoker yourself and put some things up, Ryan can and build you an overlay for a very cost-effective price, and you can stream from JaoPoker yourself, and you can advertise your own referral code. I'm doing it right now for Tam Win, but you can do it for yourself or somebody else. That's your prerogative. He didn't need that jack at the end, did he? All right, so we're gonna auto post. Jump right in here with the King 5, which is not the way to start. We always want to look around and see the amount of money everybody else has. We've got covered. We've got every. Oh, we lost one here. This is a short stack. Lucky Shay is a guy that likes to push, so be careful of him. He likes to just limp, hit something, and push, and keep a short stack. I'm going to bet the pot here, see if Shay's got the king or not. He calls it out. Going to go 225. Now he's almost committed here, but he folds. He may have had a gut shot. Took one off. He may have had a 3 and hoped to hit a second pair there. You gotta fire. You gotta fire them bullets. Now this should be a 150 raise if he's gonna come in with anything here. It's fold or raise. It's not limp. You have a short stack. People that limp are usually ones that want to set some kind of trap. That's the way to do it. Way to go, Red Robin. I would have done the same thing with these 2 cards that this person did, and I would have got a nice redraw there. I would not have liked the 5, although I like it being a diamond there. And of course that would not be a good card either. Whoa, look at those clubs were better than my clubs. I'm glad clubs didn't come out. That's an easy fold. Like I say, the traffic is very light here at JaoPoker at the present time. Here comes a new player into the table. Maybe it's the same one that left and he just got some more, or she got some more money. But if you tell your friends and bring them on over, we build the site up. There are free rolls, there are private games, there are new adventures and promos. You got a bad beat right here. You got quads beat by, both cards must play in both hands. Quads beaten, we'll get that jackpot, and the table share to people. It was hit about a week and a half ago for about 2,300. It got reset and it's gone its way up, but since there's not a lot of cash games presently, it's going to take a little time to get back up into a healthy state. So the more games we get, the faster it'll go, and the more money we can share if somebody hits it. Alright, it's an easy fold. Again, it's boring sometimes to fold, but sometimes that's the way you have to play this game, especially when you're teaching this game. You want to tell people to be patient. Starting cards are really, really important. Alright, that's the first decision you have to make. Second is from the position you're at. And the third is how much you're going to bet, the bet size. It's really, really important to put the proper bet out and also to interpret the bets of other people. Like this gentleman right here who just bet $2 from the button. Now, there were 2 limpers. This should really be a little bit more than $2. He should have offset this money here because he gave them pretty good odds to come in, not great odds, but if he'd have made it $3, he would have given them really bad odds. Right now they're going to pay $150 for $375. They're getting a little over 2 to 1 on their money, but you want to give somebody a little under 2 to 1 on the money. So if that would have been $475 in there, they would have got less than 2 to 1 on their money. So if he'd have raised it to $3. Now he did not bet. He might have missed with an ace queen. He might have missed with an ace 10 here. He may have a pair of 7s. He folds it up. If he didn't follow up with the first bet, there's no way he's going to win when the turn card comes, usually, unless it hits him right in the face. Pair of fives in the blind. Again, oh, Shay added some money here. That's good. Got to keep note. We hit the set. Now we have 2 diamonds and we have 2 cards that are touching. That could lead to an unraised pot. Could have somebody with 6-7 or even 3-2. So we really want to bet this pot. The diamond person's going to stay and the draw is going to stay. The gut shot may go away. But if the gut shot stays and hits, that's okay. We're charging them enough money for that. Again, we're going to go entire pot. If they get there, they get there. We want the call. That is a good card for us. I don't think the person had King 10. See if we can get him. The longer he takes, the better it is for us. He calls. Queen 10. That's my man. Foos. Thank you very much, Foos. And that was with second pair. He hit the 10, and then the king came on the turn. He gave me no credit for the king, and he gave me no credit for the second king, so he thought his 10 was good all the way. Got a little puppy here, brand new puppy in the house. I'll show everybody here in a second on the screen. His name is Cameron. Let me just play this fold hand. This is Cameron. He's a King Charles Spaniel. He's 19 weeks old. Cameron, say hello. Hi. Yeah. You don't have a poker name yet, do you? Do you have a poker name? No. Okay. Good boy. Good boy. Anyhow, he's a full-time puppy. I mean full-time. I mean a lot to take care of. A new puppy, but he's a real nice dog. He's now the JaoPoker mascot. Oh, this is an easy fold here. Even though you got the button, you know, and you can try something, and yeah, if everybody folds here, I'm on the button, and I can try to steal the blinds, and I'm going to steal, if that's 4-5 suited, or if it's an ace, if it's even a king 9 or something, sure, I might try that stuff, but I'm not going to try it with the 4-9. I don't need to do that. I can win hands with good cards. Why should I do it try to win with bad cards? Those are leaks. If you're doing that, those are leaks in your game. So again, starting hands are very important. To be patient and disciplined when you do have the starting hands, to raise the proper amount. Position is always important. You want the best position possible, last to act. But if you're in early position, you got to bet a little bit more because there's so many people to act after you. Just remember that. If you got people in the blinds that are raising, they're out of position, so you always got to give them a little bit more credit for holding a good hand. You got to interpret the bet sizes of other people. If it's too small, too large, make sure your bet size is the appropriate amount for the size of the pot. These are all important things. And of course, pot odds. Find out whether or not it's worthwhile to stay in. If you're calling, you're probably losing. Remember that. If you're calling, you're probably losing. You want to be the aggressor. You want to be putting money into the pot, finding out and defining your hand, defining your opponent's hand by the raise and what they do in return. There's a 9-6 nothing against the Queen 10. Well, like I say, Lucky Shay hits something and he generally goes all in, and that's what he did. And we'll fold right here. I don't know how long this video will be this morning. It'll depend on how many people stay at the table. If it goes real short, I'll end it. But, you know, we're off to a good start. We're 15 minutes in, and I'd like to go an hour, but we'll see. That's not a very good bet there by Cheryl. She'd go with dollar here if she hit the queen. This gentleman will go over her if he had a better card. That's a bad card for Cheryl and Team All In. A lot of people sometimes will come out betting the second pair. She could have the 10 that made trips, or the other person that calls the queen may have the 10, but in this case, Team All In didn't have Jack, it appears. We want this guy to reload. So he's got 100 coming back, strong wind, and I had a note on him here, capable of bluffing, and it just goes to show you he could. I took the bluffing away from him on that one hand, but he still stayed in there. Ace 3 is not a great hand. Don't have a good kicker there. Again, JaoPoker comes from Cambodia. A lot of good people are associated with the management and ownership. I am not. I am just working as, if you want to call me a kind of shill, I guess you could say that. I'm advertising for them. I'm streaming some videos for them. Hopefully I'll have a deal with them on short order, and where I'll be possibly part of their team to provide stuff. Not an affiliate. I'm not in the market to be an affiliate. Tam Nguyen is just an associate that I met, and I wanted to support a great young guy with a lot of energy. And so I'm closing the betting for 75 cents. Even though I raised and I was re-raised, I got to watch out. Cheryl's might have a hand. But 75 cents for 7.75, I'm getting 10 to 1 on my money. I sure I got to see if I can get 2 sevens or a 9-7. The one thing I don't want to hit is something like that. It wouldn't have been bad with a 9-4-4, but even that, then I'd have to worry about Cheryl having an overpair like jacks or queens or kings. And in this case, that's a really bad bet. 150 into 850. Normally, I would think that that's a bet saying that she missed and has something like ace queen or ace king. But I don't know enough about it to come over the top, and she may not even know what a bluff is and may not go away and then spike on me, and I don't have anything. If I had a pair, I might take that away from her, but I don't have anything. So even if she has overcards, whether she hits or not, she still has me beat. Hope you all understand that. You know, you can get into situations where you have a read on, or you think you have an early read on somebody. It could be completely wrong, and they don't understand exactly any kind of a move that you're making in that situation. So it's all for naught, and you're wasting money. We don't want to waste money while we play. We want to, win money. I am recording this morning. I'm not streaming this live this morning because I am testing out the new overlay from PPI Posse, which is Ryan Postic, and you can contact him if you want an overlay. And Ryan, I think it's working really good. I did the adjustment and took the table name off the top. This is a 25-cent, 50-cent table, Jericho, but I think that people can see what the stakes are, and that gives me more video space there. So it was a good suggestion on your part. Thank you, sir. That was a Jack 9 crap. And so there she is showing again, and the ace queen wins that. So we know she doesn't know too much there. My 9-7 could have been, like I said, in the ball game with her, but I had to hit the 9 or the 7. This is an easy call for 25 cents. Connectors and gappers like that are really good. I'm gonna just check and call a raise here. She might put, she would put the money in. That was the one I suspected. That was pretty fast on that part. Let's see if we can thin it out. No. That's not a help to us, although it brings in, this is a guy, and this is a guy that doesn't like to fold. Let's just go $5 and see what they like to do. And they're out. So the check raise followed by another bet netted me a profit. And what did I have? I had a pair and a draw. Not the best hand, but I did have the the ability. Oh, now see, I love this hand. I love this position, but I don't like that bet. When he bets like this, he's got a hand. How do I know that? Because he always limps. When a guy always limps, they're trying to see with anything they have. When a guy raises, and all of a sudden he's picked up a decent hand. They kind of advertise how they play. There should be a re-raise or a call. He's saying he's got the jack. He's saying he's got an overpair or a jack. Here we go. We're going to see how Al's read was. Ace queen, right on the money. And he wins it with the ace queen, because this guy only had queen king. Wow. So your reads have to be there. I knew he had good cards. Him not hitting there on the flop, staying around with a pair on the board, cards in the playing zone, the two jacks and the 10, was very dangerous play. He lucked out. This guy, you know, he did have the open-ended draw, but draws are siphoning chips off of your stack. You don't want to do too many draws. They very rarely come in. Remember, most of your draws, your gut shots, you only have 4 outs. Your flush draws where you have 9 outs, that's only 36% chance you're going to get there. When you have a straight, an open-ended straight draw, that's 8 outs, the 4 on each side. That's a 32% on the flop. So you're only going to get there 1 out of 3 times approximately. So you got to have more than one person. You don't want to go heads up on a draw usually, because you're not getting the odds. Yes, there are some implied odds, which means that if you do hit your hand, the odds of you making more money on a later street, on the turn or the river, are good. But again, when you're up against one person, even when you make your hand, you may not get paid off. So you really can't count those in when you're up against an overpair and you've got, say, a straight draw, and you've only got a 32% chance. You're probably going to lose more often than you win. These are just basic concepts that you need to know at the poker table. For those of you that need some private coaching, if you use the promo code TEACH and email me, I'll take 25% off the first 2 sessions that you pay for, and that'll save you $50. Normally they're $100 a session, but I'll charge you $75 if you just use the word TEACH and say that you heard this promo on JaoPoker. That's an easy fold in early position. Notice the limping. Limping is for losers. Remember, limping is for losers. Every time you limp, I want you to make that L loser sign. Put it right up on your forehead, because limping does nothing. Limping does absolutely nothing. It adds money to the pot, doesn't tell you anything. When you raise, this is what happens. Think of all the things that happens when you raise. First off, you put more money into the pot. Second off, you tell everybody and define your hand as being strong. Third, you eliminate players that you don't want too many players in the hand. Fourth, you identify and define your opponent. Whether they re-raise you back or they call tells you the strength of their hand most of the time. Here we got an all-in with an ace, or if a guy that has the 10 and the queen or something like that is a beautiful full house, and just the ace, and he's got the low end. Lucky doesn't understand the apparently the dumb end is not what you want in this. The ass end of a straight is not what you want. So going back to the tables here, we got another couple of limpers coming in. Easy fold. Getting your money in good means that you've got a good percentage of chance of winning the pot, and you want to get your money in good against anybody that's on a draw. Now, that's a tough card there, because it puts a flush out there, and it also puts out the possibility somebody stayed all the way with just a naked jack. There it is, the naked jack. Wow, he didn't bet it. The ace would have called that in a heartbeat. He lost value. This is an easy one to get into. Put my little puppy down on the floor here, and so he just lays down. I'm going to go with the check raise on this one. See what they want to do here. Let's see if anybody's. Remember, it was an unraised pot. Never go broke on an unraised pot. Somebody could be having a 2 here and just slow playing it because they can come in with ace deuce or 2-4 suited, anything like that. So manage the pot, keep it down, do what you can. This is an easy fold. Had Ryan asking me a question how much I was up at the table. I just told him I had started with $70 and was up, the 45, whatever it is at the table. But we're just slow and easy. We just want to try to put in as close to an hour as we can. We're at 27 minutes right now. See what happens. Hey, little puppy, you stop that. You come up here and lay down, please. You come up here and lay down. Come here, up here. Come on, take a nap. Up here. Come on. You'll have to excuse me, but training a puppy is not always easy thing. Okay, let me give him a treat. Get him up here. Come on, lay down. Up, up. Okay, lay down. Good boy. All right, back to the action. Oh, 6-9. It's a good hand. A lot of people say, "Oh, it's crap." It's not a bad hand in a very passive table. Now, is it a good enough hand for me to limp in here with 2 limpers? Yes. The reason being is nobody's been raising. Now, but if anybody raises here, I can throw it away. Don't compound it by then thinking it's a great hand and calling a bigger bet. Now, she's not a bigger better. This is going to be a 1. This is going to be a 1. So look, now it's 50 cent into 450. I'm almost getting 9-1 on my money. I got a call. I can't fold it. I'm closing the betting. It means nobody else can bet after me. So I take the shot. Maybe I get 2 6s. Maybe I get a 6-9. Maybe I get 3 hearts. I didn't get anything, so it cost me $1. But it's sort of a leak. It really is. I took a chance because I'm up. I'm playing with extra money, but I wanted to demonstrate to you how you could do it. If she would have went 150, yeah, everybody came in. Probably everybody doesn't come in. But if everybody came in, the odds would still be the same, but I probably might not do it. So I'm going to do it for the small amount, but not for the larger amount. It's just a judgment call on your part on what you want to do. It's a lot easier when you get hands like that and you can just throw them away. But sometimes when you play a 9-6, nobody puts you on that. So if an 8-7, let's say an 8-7 queen flops, you've got people that are betting the queen, and then if a 10 comes and they have queen 10 or something like that, you've got the straight and they don't even see it coming, and you just can take their entire stack. And that's what this game is all about, taking somebody's entire stack. Just like this hand here. I couldn't play the queen 5, but if I was in there, that would give me a reason to play it hard and fast. When I say hard and fast, I mean that you want to put money in and charge somebody because they're going to be on a flush draw. And if you don't get them out, they're going to get the flush, either on the turn or on the river. And that guy, and nobody had a club. Look at that. Mine would have held up even against those people. So as you can see, the play is pretty soft. Now, this is not the greatest hand, but if I'm going to play it, I got to play it for a raise. Looks like he wants to re-raise, and if he does, he's got a much better hand than I do. He'd have position on me, and he just was a timeout issue. Now she's in with anything. I have no idea. I think if she had a really good hand, she'd raise me, but because she raised before with not so great a hand. So I got to think my queen is good here, except for that 3-3 is not something I want to see. Now he's saying he's got that 3. And I got to find out. So everybody, he says he's got 3. He plays any 2 cards. What do you do here? Do you take him on for $17? You're getting about 2.5 to 1 on your money, and you think you're behind. Wow. That's a good one. Lucky could have just the Queen Jack here. So $17 worth of finding out what he's got. Anybody with the 3? Guess? I don't think it's in my advantage. Oh, he did. He did have the Queen Jack. I could have beat him. Oh my gosh. That was my bad. Good play, Lucky Shay.
Okay, baby, would you like to go out?
Should have known better. He's got such a wide range. I should have taken the chance. You can't beat yourself up on it. Sometimes you make decisions and they're wrong decisions. I asked a question with my $10. He gave me an answer. I didn't like the answer. Now I'm going to squeeze here. A limp call. This is a call from Lucky. He's got money now. No, he doesn't decide to call. This guy comes in, and I'm just going to fire a $4.50 bet at him, see if he sticks around. Nope. So that was probably a mid pair or something like that. Felt that I hit my hand. So I'm back to where I was. I can't be mad that I lost the $30 or $40 pot against Lucky Shay in that last one by folding the winner. Certainly he could have hit a jack on the turn or the river and beat me with queens and jacks, but I was in front in a good situation there. This is an easy fold even if it's in the blind. So everybody makes mistakes when they play poker. If you want to say that I made a mistake there, I can live with that. My decision was, I'll ask the question, he could have had the 3. All right, I gave him more credit. Some people might say monsters under the bed. It wasn't that I was giving him credit. It was really, I raised and he called in that position. I did raise under the gun with the Queen King, so I thought he probably had the Queen, but he would call with Queen 3 suited just as easy. I know the next time I call, next time I'll put them all in, and if he has it, he has it, but I don't have to trust what he has for sure. Fossey's back with $102. That's good. Got to keep track on that. Well, I see one of my fleet of trucks has just pulled in front of the house. You all know that I own, or I think I own part of the brown truck business called UPS. The reason I say that is my wife orders so much stuff from QVC and Amazon.com, and that truck pulls out in front of my house like it's making a delivery here every day or filling up with gas. So big bucks and the ring of the doorbell, and off he goes. So we're about 35 minutes into the session. Started with $70, so about 37 to the good. How much do you want to make at a 25-cent, 50-cent table in an hour? What is your goals? Let me know. Email me. Put it in comments. What do you expect to make? What do you feel is a good amount of money or not a good amount of money? Now, again, if this was suited, I might try something here, but we got a lot of calling stations. I'm not going to get them out. I'm going to have a decent position, but I'm still going to have some raggedy ass cards. So I'm just going to let that one go because of the table makeup. That's a big deal. You know, what the status of the players are. What's the style of the players? What are they showing you? This is more of a limp call, stay to the end type table. You remember Fossey stayed with that Queen 10 all the way to the end with me. You saw Lucky Shay. You saw all different Cheryl with crap. So you have to get a feel for the table and what's going on at the table. Now, did she hit the jack here, or is she betting the 10? I think she bets the 10 the first time, so it's more likely she has something like jack 8, jack 9, jack 7, one of those types hands. That's a full bet there. Let's see if she shows us. Nope, she's hiding it this time. We love information. Any information that people can show is helpful to us. We don't play cards like this. If they don't make straights and flushes, even though they're suited, most of the time I'm throwing them away. Except if maybe it's like an ace-6 suited or something like that. Ace-5 is really a really good suited hand. I prefer ace-3 and ace-4. Only reason is if I make my straight with ace-3 or ace-4, think of the cards that I need. Think of the cards that you need if you have an ace-5. You need 2, 3, 4. So if you have 2, 3, 4 on the board, there's a good possibility that, because you're not raising with that silly hand anyhow, most of the time, that 5, 6 is out there. So you may just get taken right off of your straight. So I'd rather have the ace-4, ace-3, where you have broken cards that you need, like the 2, 2, 3, 5, or something like that, or the 2, 4, 5, and you have the ace-3 or the ace-4. It's a little thing, but it's an edge that I like to keep in mind. Once again, this is JaoPoker, J-A-O Poker. You can find it on the internet. Just go to JaoPoker.com and /HTML5. That'll get you to TamWin, who's the affiliate, TamNguyen, and the referral code will be WinPoker, NGUYEN Poker, all one word. Now I would raise with this hand. It's a quality hand, so but since I'm in early position and this guy's already raised, I'm going to raise it up a little bit more than I normally would raise, only because I'm in early position and so many people are yet to act, and we do have a few people that don't go away. We want to charge them extra to stay. I get the call there. I get 2 overcards, which is not good. Because it's a good sized pot, I can go a half pot bet and take it down. I don't have to go to a bigger bet. A lot of people see jacks and they say, oh, jacks, I hate jacks. Well, it's a group 1 hand. If you play them like you hate them, you're probably going to lose. If you play them like they are pretty solid, you'll win more than you lose. They're going to hold up a lot of times. I didn't like that flop with a Queen King. If that person came, if Red Robin would have came over the top of me there, I'd have dumped my jacks. But Red Robin has to have those skills to do that. And that's what I'll teach you if you come to me for some private lessons. Use the promo code TEACH. Say you're from JaoPoker, and I'll set you up with a discount. Now, this is hard for Shay to lay this one down. This is tough. We got 2 people with 250, and he's last to act. He's asking for time. He's trying to think it out. Does he fold? Does he call? Or does he re-raise? He could have something like ace-8 or ace-6, in fact, and thinking that, he doesn't have a kicker, but he needs to hit that second pair. He may have hearts. I doubt if he has the hearts. He folded though. That's a really tough card. That's an all in. There's your call. There's your ace six for a boat. There's your nut flush. Ooh, both get there on the river. What a card on the river. Well, that's a terrible hand. Hey, look, we almost got a full table. If we get Posse to sit down, it would be great. Got a fella from Australia. He's a Pakistani. He's one of my clients, and he's going to come on here the next day or two. We'll find a table that's going like this, and he's going to play, and I'm going to shadow him and demonstrate to you how I shadow a client. He'll make all the decisions, of course. It's his money. I will just ask questions and get some answers from him and give him some feedback after actions have taken. What I see is wrong or right in what he did. How he could make more money or lose less money. I hope you'll join us for that. I think his name is Poker Philosopher with an F. This is an easy fold, of course. Coming up on 40 minutes, 41 minutes in fact. Sorry for a little bit of noise in the background. Got wife has company. I don't know if it's picking up on the audio or not, but if it is, I apologize for that. That's life on a stream. This is the first full stream from JaoPoker that I'm doing at a cash game. I'll do some at the lower limits too and give you some techniques on how to win at 2-4, also at 5 cent, 10 cent, 10 cent, 20, all the way up. We'll do some tournaments as well. I don't know if I can do the free roll on Thursday nights. It starts at 10, probably gets over at 1, and that's way past this guy's bedtime. But there will be some other ones. I think that Posse, as I said, was going to do a noon free roll today for Positive Poker Insiders using the JaoPoker overlay that he created for himself. There's a $2 raise from Posse 2. Now, what do you expect from the rest of the people? Are they callers, or are they re-raisers, or are they folders? And just the big blind calls, out of position. Remember, when you're calling, you find out now you're out of position. Now, he did not bet the ace, and Fosse didn't continuation bet, so you can imagine that this guy's going to throw out a bet. Now Fosse says, I really hit the ace and I'm trapping you. Either I got pocket aces or ace king, and you walked into a trap. You could have pocket tens too, I guess, but here we go. We'll find out. Fosse's bet of 478 was a little light. Should have been a little heavier to find something out. Now he's got the chance to save money by getting out of here. But he does. Good for him. Good for him. Ace king on the button. Good cards, good position, good raise coming up. Now normally, I'll show you a little trick because I got all these callers. Normally the pot would be 325, but because it's this table and the way they're playing, I'm going to make it 450 instead. So in other words, if I get a loose player to call me, I want them to pay more at this point. And it'll help me also define their hand a little bit better. If they don't, then I'll just take the free money that's at the table. It's $2.25. Did get a call from him. We'll just go half pot. Again, this is where he could come over the top. I'm going to check it back like I don't like the ace. And let's hope he don't have the 7. So last time I didn't call him, And look what happened. I lost money. This time I sucked him in and he sucked me with 7-2. He paid 450 with 7-2. Now, you want that kind of call. No, I didn't like the loss. I'm glad it's on the video so that you could see it. So you can see how you can lose. You could play it completely the right way. I wasn't going to get, if I bet on the turn, I wasn't going to get him out because he already flopped the full house, right? The only way I was going to win is if the turn card was an ace. So therein lies the problem when you play these micro limits. You know, I played for 45 minutes and had a $40 profit. Now I got an $8 profit, which isn't very good for my time. So could I got away from that hand? No. Could I have done it different? 450 on the flop? Hell no. I overbet it to get a guy out like that, but I want a guy like that to call me. The chances of them hit 7-2 gives me a reason to show you a lesson or demonstrate something and show you that I'm not on tilt. I'm not worried about it. I want that matchup all day long, but it just didn't work out for me. You know, that's not my problem. The cards ran out. You know, he got very lucky on it. There's no way I'm going to get away from that hand. This is an easy fold here. So what do? We just grind away and hope to get back to a profit. Got 14 minutes left on this hour. I like to do it in chunks of an hour at a time because it lets you look at an hourly rate, or you can just tell how a person's doing or anything. So, you know, yeah, I'd still be up to 40. If I won the other hand, and even if I lost this hand, I'd be up that much, but I didn't win that other hand. That was maybe my mistake on that. Maybe it was not. But this one here, there's no mistake on this. You can't get away from that one. You can't put him on 7-2 there. Possibility of having a deuce like ace deuce, yeah, but he's still paying $4.50 with that kind of hand. Well, $4 more pre-flop? No. So you can say what kind of a player Lucky Shea is and some of the other people at the table. I mean, you're going to have to take this into account when you play. But you want that type of player at your table. Trust me. It's where you're going to make your money. You're going to lose some money sometimes. It's not your fault. Most people, now this guy here, this is Mr. Loose guy here. You never know what this guy has, Mr. Free Roll. So you never know what you're going to get at the table. You try to do the best you can. But when you leave a table, when you leave this video today, I want you to take away a few things. We talked about position, we talked about starting hands, we talked about bet sizing, and we talked about being out of position, making a bigger bet, and all kinds of different things. I think it's really important for you to note these things and just put them into your playing style and see if it doesn't change your game. You're not going to win all the time. I'm not going to win all the time. You saw where one hand I should have won it if I called, and I lost another one and I couldn't get away with it. That's the way poker is. It's not 100%. And you have to understand that, and you have to deal with it, and you have to live with it, and if you have to cope with it. And if you can't, then you should be playing canaster or pinochle or cribbage or bridge or spades or one of those other games. Or Chinese poker. I think they have that on a site. Just check out that. Because poker is not gambling. It shouldn't be for gambling. It should be just to, there's a choppy there, should have an edge on somebody. That's an easy fold. I like that hand, that 2-5 from early position. We'll see if the secretary picks that up for me.
Call.
I gotta pay her some more money. Wife helping me out. Here we got a raise. We have a limper, a raise by free roll, who I told you is very elusive. This could be ace jack, could be ace 10, could be ace 9. You got a re-raise there. That's the limp re-raise. That's the big hand right there. That's the limp re-raise knowing that he's got a bunch of limpers at the table that'll do that. So I would think that great set has got queens or better here. Ace king. Oh, the 10 hits against another ace king. They're wiped out. So free roll hits. Takes it down. That's good. That's where you want the money. He had a good hand there. This guy with the that check raise with, I mean not check raise, but with the limp re-raise with ace king, a little questionable there against this table for all that money. I think if he just makes it a smaller bet and they see the flop, he can get away from the ace king. Got about 10 minutes left for me to make some money, so Cheryl, I hope it's you. We're gonna make them pay a little bit more to see this flop. Go right in the middle there somewhere. That's good. 2/3. We're in trouble. Now, if you fold, take some time off. Let them think about it and everything. Don't just concede it right away like they know that you just did a continuation bet and you missed completely. Give them a little hint that that free roll, he took his money and left. Well, he played 2 hands. So we got the black kings. You can expect a red ace on the flop. You all think that way? Shouldn't. It happens, but you shouldn't think that way. It may show up on the turn or river, though. We definitely want to charge these folks to play on this one here. Hey, if somebody has aces and we go broke, we go broke, you know. But we're definitely going to charge this person a little bit more than the $2. But we want to get them in. So let's go 270. She's gonna fold it. Couldn't help it. There's the king with 3 hearts. So I'm gonna bet half the pot because if they have a heart, they're gonna stay. And if they don't have a heart, they're gonna go anyhow. All right. Did she hit it all? Let's find out. She hit it with 3-9, folks. You got to see me get beat by a 3-9 and a 2-7 in the same hour. And did I do anything wrong to kings? Hell no. That is poker. All right, so I'm down $20 because of that. Did I play it bad? Hell no. Did I get beat? Hell yeah. Should I give up poker? Hell no. Am I going to win most of the time against a person like that? Hell yes. You might be sitting there saying, oh, Teach, you're not a great teacher. You don't know what you're doing. Look at the money that you lost and everything. Did you get anything out of this hour? Did you learn from me at my expense? Sure you did. Will I get my money back? Sure I will. Against these players? You betcha. I'm getting great starting cards and I'm getting beat. I got beat with kings. I got beat with ace king. I did win with jacks. I did never get queens. I did not get aces today. I did get 10s earlier. Didn't get 9s, 8s, 7s, 6s. I did get a pair of 5s and his set 5s. No 4s, no 3s, no 2s. I did have an ace jack, no ace 10s. King queen once. So I got a fair amount of good cards. And what am I going to do? Am I going to make a bet that nobody calls? You don't get paid that way. All right, we got a good 6 minutes to go, and I'm down 20, folks. But I'm not going to post just wins up on the video board here on the YouTube channel, Positive Poker Insiders, Spath. I'm going to post them as they play. You're going to see the mistakes, and you're going to see what happens to me and what happens to you. I don't edit my videos like some people do. Some people edit, and then, or they come in and they talk to it after the fact, and they make up all kind of excuses, or they take out a hand that was unfavorable to them. I don't do that. If you look at any of my other videos, and there's over 250 videos for training purposes up on my site, you'll see that I don't do that on any of them. Sure, I take losses, but am I a plus player? Absolutely a plus player. Do I get upset because I get lost? I lose? No. Is it frustrating? Hell yes. I'm just like you. I don't like to get beat by 7-2 or 9-3 suited. Okay, we go right back to the well, right? We go right back to the bell. Excuse me for just a second. Let my little puppy out. Come on. Alright. You want to stay in, lay down? Okay, good. Good dog. Well, there's Cheryl again. Is she going to get me again with my jacks? We'll see. Well, there's the two overcards that I don't want to see. She'll stay with either one of them. You have to try one more time. And we are beat. Doesn't matter what she does, I'm folding. Okay, last time around. Go one more loop, see if we can lose 37. No. Hey, look, you saw the hands I lost with. Ace King, pocket King, pocket Jacks. You didn't get to see what I lost to on that one, but if I called her there, you would have seen it for sure. She don't put all her money in there unless she has me beat. I can't beat many hands. I can't beat a queen, I can't beat a king, I can't beat an 8 for sure, and she could stayed with ace 8 and hit had the overcard to the board and had the other 8 and then hit the trip 8. That's very possible in her range. So what I'm going to do is sit out next blind. I'm going to also add money to the table. I'm going to add $30 to the table. So now I'm in for 100. Okay, I'm in for 100. But if I do get a hand here, yes, I can lose more, but I also may be able to get back some of my money if I have a little bit more money at the table, and I do, or if I am fortunate enough to win a hand. That's an easy fold with a $3 bet from the small blind. This is generally a good hand now. I would have folded this. I mean, I would have checked in the blind, but folded to anything anyhow. Our fold button works. Look. Backdoor flush draw. This should be a bigger bet, closer to 12 to 14, but he checks it. So he doesn't have the queen. She doesn't have the queen here, I don't think. This person acts like he doesn't, but he could, and just trying to induce this person to bet the river. Could be on hearts. Bet size will up. Queen King. Queen 10 suited. Pocket pair here, jacks or kings. What do we have? The only re-raise here would be if he had the ace queen. Folded it up. Some people wait a long time like that because they want to see if the person then will show them the cards. It's just a tactic. Easy fold to any raise. Just try to build it up. What we want on the turn is a 7 of diamonds, giving us the nut flush draw and the straight. We already have that card, but it's a diamond. Beaten by the 7. He had it on a turn. We have to fire and hope that he missed. He was on a diamond draw as well. Easy fold here. We got 1, 2, 3 more hands to go. Some would say to stop the bleeding. We're bleeding away money. I don't know if we lost connect. No, it's running here. It's just I've made a recommendation to JaoPoker that they lower the amount of time. You have a time bank anyhow, 15 seconds from 20 seconds, to make the cash games go a little bit faster. Also, if they change the font down here to get 3 lines, it would be a lot better in the chat. Was one other suggestion I made to them about the software, but I can't remember what it was. Look out for Shay on this one. No, he has a jack. Second pair all the way. Thought he might have backed into a draw. Oh, you get one less hand to play now. Definitely play that for the pot. Normally he would come in, but folds. Bossy. And the last hand of the session will be pocket aces. Not even close. Hey, I'm Al Spath. I'm coming to you from JaoPoker on the Positive Poker Insiders stream. I thank you all for listening in. Give me some feedback. Beat me up. I want to know how you would play some of those hands. Thanks so much, and we'll see you later.